Through the shadows where the storms collide, she stands with courage as her guide. Her whispers echo louder than screams, faithful to God through broken dreams. She's the silent storm, unshaken, strong. Through the trials, she's where hope belongs, a survivor standing tall, unbowed. Her voice a beacon breaking the cloud. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Forever Lisa's YouTube channel. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome to the Royal Jewels Palace Room, known as Safe Haven over this way. It's so good and wonderful to see all of you guys that's coming through on this evening. This is going to be a good live that we're going to be talking about, and I'm so excited um of this live, because like I said, my lives be, real talk. It's always real talk over here in the for releases Royal Jewels Palace room. Okay. So today, like I said, we are going to talk about breaking down barriers when it concerns to a manager and an employee. Okay, so before we get started, let me go ahead and welcome everybody here um to my chat where it's real talk with real people in real life. You will see God's love, peace, joy, happiness, unity, and respect. Okay. So just remember that this live stream is just a discussion. I'm going to be talking about some researchers I went out there and to share with you guys when it comes to what you call it manager and an employee's relationship. I've never been a manager, but I've always been an employee. And I've been working for over 30 something years. Okay. So I've always been an employee and I always had a good relationship with my managers. Okay. But some of the stuff I'm gonna be, speaking about, some of gonna be is my opinion or thoughts. But if you are an employee, if you are a manager, if the shoe fits, just wear it. Okay. Nothing against anybody. Just not pointing at anybody. We just having a discussion over here far as being being a better manager and being a better employee. Okay. For this video discussion to effectively communicate with employees and managers, focus on clarity, active listening, and creating a safe space for open dialogue. Okay. For employees, provide specific feedback, acknowledge their goals, and focus on their development. For managers, prepare thoroughly, be direct and focus on solutions and asking for guidance. And what brought me to this um, to talk about this manager and employee relationship because as we all know, they've been on the internet all over. Okay. Um, just this hold on. I told you guys every time I go live, I always get a phone call. It never fails. Well, just 2 days before the stabbing of the manager to death, it was inside a McDonald's in Detroit. Her name is Afeni Muhammad. She's 26. She posted a disturbing Instagram rant, which you guys can go find out on Instagram, where she blasted her supervisor. Authorities said when that same manager, which is Jennifer Harris, she sent her home again. Okay, so she returned to the place with the knife, okay, and unalive this mother of six children, okay. But she was a manager at McDonald's. The articles I read for like 15 years. I guess her and Afeni was, going back and forth, I don't know exactly what happened on going by some of the reports I haven't listened to and I have read on. Okay. Um, so, like I said, some of this stuff I'm just gonna put my own opinion in some of this stuff, and that's what we going to do on today. Okay. So, hey, M. Shantae. Okay, great to see you too. So good to see you. Peace and blessings to you, dear. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Jackie. How you doing? Thank you for listening to me. Just a little discussion, about the breaking down barriers. Okay, this is real table talk. I apologize that I came on kind of late because I had so many appointments all week and stuff, so I was kind of exhausted and I was kind of tired. As you can see it, my arm got to stay wrapped. This is due to when my doctor had took my lymph nodes out and stuff. It's still kind of swollen. The swelling from the surgery did not go down. So I got to go what they call breast therapy in a couple weeks. So she told me to start back wrapping my arm and stuff. So I had to keep this on for a minute. So that's why you see this wrap. Okay. It's due for my surgery. Okay. Some of the swelling didn't go down, and then I want the what she called lip noise and stuff to swell up. So I got to get all this stuff massage and stuff up over here. Okay. So that's why you see this on me. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and discuss this what I was talking about. My prayers goes out to both females, to the mother who to the children who lost a mother. Okay, she has six children, and you see some of the stuff on the internet. You will see the daughters talking and stuff. They gave her a virgin in Detroit. I think it was yesterday sometime. I had a daughter was crying and speaking. So my heart goes out to them children. I'm so sorry for the loss of their mother, and praying for the young lady named Afeni. You know what I'm saying? So whatever she was going through, whatever was on her mind, you know what I'm saying? So my prayers for her, because she's 26 years old and she might get life in prison. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So we better go ahead and just talk about some of the things that I have found and about an employee and a manager's relationship. Okay. So that's why I brought this topic up because I think it's good. But just remember, I'm not no preacher, a counselor, a therapist, or a doctor. I'm just a willing vessel being used by God for his purpose, not man. Okay. If you got a mental state, you need some help that you is going through, you maybe go through the same thing what Feeney and Jennifer had went through. Go see a therapist. Go talk to somebody, okay? Because nobody deserves to get unalive for a miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? Or misunderstanding each other. Okay. I do believe an employee needs to stay in employee's place and a manager needs to stay in a manager place. An employee is not no boss. Okay. Sometimes you find employees think they're bosses. Okay. It even happened, like that in some of the places that I used to work at. You find employees that's bosses. Okay, and some employees can be something else, honey. I worked at places before. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. So this is what we're gonna talk about. Okay, this is for the employees and the managers I'm going to be talking about. And this is what, it says. Like I said, I read it earlier. To effectively communicate with an employee or manager, prioritize clear, open, and respectful dialogue. Okay. Focus on active listening, empathy, and understanding their perspective. For employees, create a safe space for feedback and ensure they feel supported. For managers, prepare your thoughts, be respectful, and offer solutions. Okay. So communicate with employees. Okay. Managers, this is how you should communicate with your employees. This is not me. I'm just going by some of the stuff that I have found. I decided to bring it out here to you guys. Okay. Active learning. Like I said, I've never been in a manager. Okay. I only been an employee. Make employees feel this is to the manager, what they said for you to do, managers. Make employees feel heard by truly listening to their concerns and perspectives. Okay. Empathy. Try to understand their feelings and motivations. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, you got to put sometimes as managers, you know what I'm saying? Well, I've never been a manager, but sometimes you're a manager. Sometimes you got to put your shoes and your feet in their in the employee's shoes at times. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quite sure the managers was employees before. So sometimes we got to listen to, what they are saying. Okay. Get a feedback, provide constructive feedback, focusing on specific behaviors and offering a solution. Okay, it's always a solution that we can come to agreement with. And sometimes we can disagree to agree as well. It is very important. It says to open communication, encourage one dialogue, and create a safe space for them to share their thoughts and feelings. Okay, a safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, Athena, she could have went above Jennifer. She could have went to the corporate. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing what she doing or arguing with the manager. Like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know what the atmosphere was like. But for her to begin sitting home twice, something was going on. And she didn't like what Jennifer was doing or how Jennifer was treating her. She could have took it a step further. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the corporate manager could have sat Jennifer down and Athena down and talked to them. Okay, if she would have took it a step higher, and the manager probably could do the same thing too. She could have went talk to her boss, about her. You know what I'm saying? Something could have had been done better in this situation instead of somebody being alive. Okay. Um, Regular check-ins. Okay. Schedule regular one-on-one meetings to address concerns, provide support, and track progress. And that's very important. And I really do any place should at least have a meeting once a month. They should have a box, a drop box. I know at some of my factories that I used to work at, we used to have drop boxes that you could put your concerns and stuff in. Okay. But so I think it should be a meeting, with the managers and employees. You know what I'm saying? Especially you working in a small place, I mean, it just should be there. If you want a safe atmosphere, a safe workplace, it's something that you just got to do, you know? So it's good to schedule a meeting so that way everybody's concerns, everybody support, and then after you go through these meetings and start, check the things off, what I'm saying, that you want that is important to do. And always, go back and check on it. You know what I'm saying? Once you place those things down, the concerns and stuff, and you change this, the reasoning or whatever, go back and check on it, see how is it working. That's feedback. That's feedback. It's with the managers. Okay. So it's so important to to do that. So don't never always give your employees uh, listen to them. Okay, because sometimes employees do know jobs better than the manager because they work in those jobs all the time. Okay, so make sure you just continue on to make sure that you are doing what you are supposed to do. Okay, so let me hold on. Okay, here we go, right here. Yeah, this is some really, really, really good information that I think managers and employees should go back and look at, for themselves and read it for themselves and get an understanding on how to be an employee and how to be a manager. Okay, it's very, very important to do that. It really is. You know, to be a better manager because you want a good relationship with the employees. Employees should want a good relationship with the managers. Okay. So we definitely need to get that done. And it's good to be honest. Here are some strategies and tips for to communicate effectively with your employees. Here goes some more. Okay. And this one right here says, be open and honest with your employee. Foster a transparent environment where employees feel comfortable sharing their ideas and concerns. Be honest about expectations, success, and challenges. Like I said, when you're talking to your employees, you're not letting them run the business for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to hear employees' input. Okay, be approachable. Let them be able to come to you. Don't let them be afraid not to come to you. Make yourself always accessible, to your employees. Encourage them to come to you with any question, ideas, or concerns. Okay? It's so easy. See, I see a manager, we are professionals, right? I keep saying we, I had never been a manager, but a manager is professional. Okay. So they got to walk in that professional walk. Okay. Communicate clearly and consistently. Okay. Don't be afraid to communicate with your employee. Okay. Um, Ensure your messages, whether verbal or written, are easy and understand. Okay. Make sure you guys both understand each other. Okay. Because don't forget, you still the boss. You just, respecting the employee, you just hear what they got to say, but you still, as the manager, got your rules and regulations, and the employee got to respect that. Okay. They got to respect what is being done in that workforce. Okay. Use tools like bullet points or outlines for clarity. Okay. Like I said, it said earlier, encourage feedback. Feedback is so important. Okay. Create opportunities for employees to provide a feedback, such as through surveys or meetings. Meetings to me is important. If you don't do it once a month, at least do it every other month. At least do it a few times a month. Okay. Provide, hold on. Tell my business. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. 1 second, you guys. Somebody at my door. Hold on. Stop it. Hi, I'm listening right now. I I can talk right now. What's this? Okay, let's yeah, yeah. Yeah. One second, maybe next time. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. I apologize, you guys. Oh, thank you for tuning in still. Stop, champion. Stop it. Go sit. Go sit, boy. Go sit. Okay, let's keep going. Where was I at? Yes. What's that? Okay. Yeah, always, update your employee. When your employees, give you their concerns and stuff like that, always give them an update. Like I said, go back and check. Choose the right communication method, like select the most um channel for your messages. It's an email, detailed update, urgent information. Check for a quick question. Go to your employees work spot, and see how they doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you get a relationship with your employees. So sometimes we have to, you know let them know that you can come and talk to me. We don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. Let's try to, see what we can do to make this workplace safe. Okay. Because we're gonna have to try. That's what needs to be done. Period. Point blank. Okay. So it's so I mean it's hard to work in an environment where an employee or their manager do not get along, because the pizza's not going to come out right, or the food, something that's not going to be right. The employee going to not want to, do his job. Okay. Communicate with managers. Employees, these are for you. Okay. Preparation. Prepare your thoughts, gather relevant information, and outline your key points. Okay. um Respectful communication. Be respectful and professional in your communication and style. Okay, we both are um communicate. We both should really, because you're working in a public, atmosphere, so you both should be kind of professional. Okay. Solutions. When raising issues, focus on potential solutions and offer your input. Address issues and avoid letting them, let go. Okay. Don't just listen to the issues there at your meeting at your appointed time. You know what I'm saying? And then the manager, probably let it go, but this is your issue. So make sure your manager is on top of the issues that you talked about. I know it's probably easy, said to, then be done. Okay. But that's what we got to do. We got to keep on pushing that issue. Okay. Maybe the manager got his plate is so big, he got so many issues that he got to look on top of it. Do not let him forget the issue. Okay. Be mindful, be aware of your emotions and how they might affect your communication. So it's how you communicate with your manager. Okay. Don't go in there snappy, being me, with a mean attitude. It's always a right way to talk to your manager. Okay. So just continue on to communicate and respect each other. Okay. Um, Provide clear and specific feedback. Okay. Make sure you focus on performance, not the person. Okay. Actively listen and validate. Connect to goals and future developments. Okay. Use positive, non-verbal cue, talk right. And like I said before, body language is talk too. Okay. That talks too. I'm just gonna be I went to McDonald's this morning. I got to just say this. And I ordered me because I had to go to the doctor in Cleveland today. So I had to, take my medication. So I need to eat some food. So I went and got me a breakfast sandwich and an orange juice. Okay. So when I got to the window, um, I actually, I said, "Can I get some ice and some grape jelly, please?" And the lady, she just had an attitude. She really had, I can tell, body language, her body language told it all. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't want to go get the ice or the grape jelly for me for my bread. It's just her body language. Like, if she had an attitude, just to getting the ice was right there. And she said, "Well, next time, when you order, just order your ice and your jelly that way I can have it ready for you." It didn't make no difference. It's right there by the window. You know what I'm saying? But you know me, I'm a nice person. It's like, okay, I will. Like I said, your body language is everything. Okay. So, again, like I said, schedule regular one-on-one meetings is so important, especially when it's a lot of concerns going on. Excuse me, I got to drink some. Mm. So I believe if Jennifer and a feeding will came together, you know what I'm saying, got a better understanding of being a manager and of being an employee, this probably would not have happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly what had happened, with them. You know what I'm saying? But I just hate that, that was a senseless act, you know what I'm saying, on Afeni's part, because she did not have to unalive that mother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Afeni got any kids or not, but she took her away from her children. Her children, is six of them. You know what I'm saying? And like she had them young, like the oldest daughter, like I don't think she's even grown. Like she's probably about like 16, probably 17, her oldest daughter. And I think she was, she got to keep all of her brothers and her sisters, all them up under one household. See, Athena, she wasn't thinking about Jennifer's children. Because she was thinking about her children. Well, if I do this to her, I'm going to end up those kids not going to have no mother. So we got to think before we react. We got to pray. All I got to do is just pray to God. You know what I'm saying? Well, God, I don't understand why Jennifer is doing this to me. Why is she acting like this towards me? Can you, leave me the words to say? I'll be able to go talk to her. When you're a manager, your employees should be able to come to you and talk to you without an attitude. Okay? Without having an attitude. Your employees should be able to. And the same thing with your employee. Your manager should be able to come and talk to you without you having an attitude. Okay. So so that's what I just wanted to, just go a little bit of being a better manager, being a better, employee. You know what I'm saying? Just so important to breaking down these barriers. You know what I'm saying? And all this black on black crime is just so sad that, we hurting ourselves. We taking ourselves out of here. You know what I'm saying? We should be here lifting each other up, doing things, supporting each other. That's what we should be doing. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard for us to have certain things, to do certain things, but we wants to, you know, be hard on one another. You know what I'm saying? So let's try to show love. Let's try to respect one another. Employee, you just an employee, okay? Yes, nothing wrong with giving your idea, but still you are the employee. The manager know what's best for, that workplace. Okay. We all need a safe place to work. Okay. So employees stop being the boss. Let the boss do his job. Like I said, nothing wrong with you putting your concerns down. And things do not go right. It's always somebody, if your manager have a boss as well. Okay. So let's go over her head. It's something that she's not doing right for you that you don't agree with. And you went to her several times and things still had not changed. That's why you got to go above. It's always step ladders. We're supposed to go to our managers first. You know, yes, it is. M. Shante, it's very, very sad. M. Shante said, "This is a sad situation, Lisa. There are reports out that Athena worked in another state at a Taco Bell and stabbed someone there as well. The girl had some mental issues." Yes, I had heard that too. That this is her second time doing this. I didn't know where it was, but I heard that she was. They said some of the videos that if you go back on the internet and some of the videos that she was playing on not Instagram. What was she playing on? On TikTok. That she was playing on TikTok. They said you could tell that she was crazy because some of the stuff that she had said. Now I did hear her say on one of her videos that and she was complaining about how she sent her home. This when she sent her home the first time, I think. How she sent her home. She said, this stuff gonna stop. This stuff gonna have to end. You know what I'm saying? So right there was saying that, she was gonna do what she did to her because she was complaining about it then. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad. It's just sad. It's a sad case all the way around. And Jennifer probably didn't know, she probably didn't expect for her to come back to do that. You know what I'm saying? Probably didn't expect it. So as managers, we got to see the sign. Like, but she's not no doctor. She's not no therapist doctor. So she probably didn't know the signs that the girl was, sick or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know how long the girl had been working there, but I know Jennifer been there for 15 years. So she must have been doing her job very, very, very well. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my prayers goes out to her daughters. I mean, her children. I don't know how many. I know she had six. I don't know how many boys, how many girls. So it definitely goes out to her children. And my prayers is for those for those babies. And Athena, I hope she gets some help. You know what I'm saying? Do her mental issues, wherever she's going through, you know. Because that's her second, I don't know, if that's her second time doing it because she stabbed somebody else. And they should have had that in her record or somewhere. So maybe McDonald's probably don't do background checks. Okay, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, M. Shantae. You enjoy yourself tonight, okay? And like I said, it's always so good to see you. And thank you for your prayers, okay? I'll be back on Thursday. I mean, on Tuesday again. I come on every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30. I was a little bit late today because I was kind of exhausted today, and I still wanted to, continue on. But so that's all I really, got to say. But I will be on TikTok around 8 o'clock tonight, talking about the same subject. So if you come back and watch the replay, catch me on TikTok. You can catch me on TikTok forward slash, let me see, TikTok.com floor slash at Forever Lisa 8. Okay, you can definitely follow me up over there because I am gonna be going there. TikTok shows me so much love. It really do. TikTok, I'm gonna probably gonna be fading away a little bit, probably from YouTube, and probably gonna be on TikTok probably more, okay? Because I get a lot of love up over there. People over there support me up over there, and they listen to me. They like what I be saying up over there, okay? So, like I said, they support you up over there. They support you up over there. Okay, they shows me a lot of love, and I appreciate it. But I've just still got to understand it because TikTok is different from YouTube. It's definitely different from YouTube. But I do like TikTok up over there. So, like I said, this was just a little breaking down the barriers. I want to talk about, being a better manager, being a better employee, and what made me talk about this topic for what happened, in the past. Like I said, I'm quite sure she probably was a good manager, but just in case there are some bad managers out there, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully what happened, this will wake up a lot of managers eyes, you know what I'm saying, about how to watch yourself and probably look at signs and make sure the person is not a mental state. Like I said, it's better to agree to disagree, okay? But you got to remember, employees, that's still the manager. He's still your boss. So you have to respect each other, but you got to respect his role as a manager. Because the manager know what's safe, you know, what's a safe environment for their place, okay? Because he got to hear from his boss if this place is unsafe. It's unsafe there. Okay. So peace and blessings to you all again. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to me. I will see you back here on Tuesday at 5:30. And I will see my members only live. I will definitely, bye, Mary. Thank you so much for coming through. My members only live will be Sunday at 5:30. Okay. I might go live and I might do an upload. I'm not for sure which one I'm going to do. Okay. But definitely you're going to have something at 5:30. Okay. But for my members only. If you want to be a member, all I got to do is join. Join the jewel, the diamond, or the crown. You are so welcome to. My members only, but $1.99. Um, and the highest is a $3.99. Okay, so you can pick either tier that you want. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of things on it with my members only. Okay, just for members only, things that I will not, put out here on regular YouTube. Okay, you got to be a member to see certain things. Okay, so and I think that's about it. So to the ones that if you miss it, you can go ahead and red ball it back, or you can go over there and follow me on TikTok. So I am gonna go on TikTok again and talk about the same thing. Okay. So peace and blessings to you all, and have a good, wonderful day. Let me love you. Bye bye.
Through the shadows where the storms collide, she stands with courage as her guide. Her whispers echo louder than screams, faithful to God through broken dreams. She's the silent storm, unshaken, strong. Through the trials, she's where hope belongs, a survivor standing tall, unbound. Her voice a beacon breaking the cloud. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret.